This game recap is brought to you by Manscaped's Foot Duster Foot Deodorant. Say goodbye to stinky foot funk with this essential deodorant spray. Head over to manscaped.com and use the promo code SACCITY for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. The Foot Duster Foot Deodorant by Manscaped. The best protection any place below the waist.
The next game on our list, it is the Detroit Lions losing to the Miami. Oh, Jesus. The Minnesota Vikings defeat the Detroit Lions 28-24 with a nice little comeback from Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. Not once, but twice. They were down, I believe, they were down like 14-3 at one point, and then they were down like 24. I have the stats here. I just have to find it. But they were down twice in this game. They were able to come back, battle through adversity against the Lions, who are it's a team that won't quit. It's a team that will not quit and a team that will not die. Vikings squeak out the win. Aaron, you talked about it on our game previews. You were like, if something happens or if it's close with the Vikings and the Lions, there's going to be some shit coming up on Monday. That's kind of what you said on your game preview of this. Is that the case here?
I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed, actually, as crazy as this sounds. I'm disappointed in the Lions. They should have won this game. This was their game. Disappointed in the Lions. I really am. Because I expect now certain things. And I love the mindset of a Dan Campbell. But there does come a point where you have to start taking out the out of it and just be smart football team. Like, you have to play smart at times. And I thought there were a couple of calls where they did not take field goals that they should have to add points, especially when you're ahead. When you're ahead, and I know he wants to put his foot on the throat, but they were up, like, I believe 14-3, and they were at fourth down in field goal range early in the game, like in the first half. They decided to go for it instead of taking the 17-3 lead. Then late in the game, they did it again. And I was like, those are times where you just have to get points. And so, again, different of philosophy. I do love it, and I know that's who he is. But I felt like they should have won this football game. And it proved to me what I thought about the Minnesota Vikings. I don't believe in them. I don't trust them. I don't trust the Minnesota Vikings. Where is this Kevin O'Connell miraculous offense? Where's this, Justin Jefferson's going to break records, and oh my God, Justin Jefferson had 3 catches for 14 yards against one of the worst defenses in football. Adam Thielen was basically non-existent until the end of that game when they went like catch, and then scored the touchdown. Where was this potent offense? I'm waiting for it. Hey, where's AJ at? Because this is the guy who told me, it's going to be different, and the Vikings offense, it's different. They're a different team. And no, this is the same damn offense they've been running forever. The only difference is CJ Ham isn't in the game. Instead, they got KJ Osborne as a receiver. Like, it's 3 wide receiver sets instead of having a fullback or an extra tight end. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that their offense isn't good, because it is. They put up 28 points. My problem is this was supposed to be different than the Minnesota Vikings of old. And it's not. It's the same Minnesota Vikings team. The only game that they had where it looked different, perhaps, was against Green Bay. And I'm sorry, but 2 years in a row, Green Bay comes into week 1 and lays an egg. Like, they just didn't care about playing football. And we've seen now since then, Green Bay beat Tampa, Green Bay blow out Chicago. So they're trending up, and Minnesota's trending the other way. They can't stop anybody. You're letting Jamal Williams look like the second coming of Barry Sanders, and it wasn't even DeAndre Swift. He got hurt again in this game. And you're letting Josh Reynolds, you're letting Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in both of these teams. I'm disappointed that the Lions didn't win, which I'm still excited about them, but I'm just disappointed they didn't win. Minnesota, I have serious concerns about. Serious concerns about the contending team that they were supposed to be. And I get it. They're 2-1. Cool. But they're not ready to compete with Green Bay. They're not ready to compete with Tampa. They're not ready to compete with the Rams. They're not ready to compete with Philadelphia at this point. I don't know. I'm still waiting for it. Where's Kevin O'Connell's mystery, wonderful offense? I don't see it.
Yeah. You brought up DeAndre Swift getting hurt in this game. This morning, we did get a report that said DeAndre Swift suffered a shoulder sprain in the loss on Sunday against the Vikings. It's not expected to require surgery, but Swift could miss some time. It does help when you can say that Jamal Williams had this type of day, 20 carries, 2 receptions, 107 total yards, and 2 touchdowns. As my player of the game, I thought he did a great job. Again, we talked about the Bears earlier and how Khalil Herbert came in and stepped in for David Montgomery when he went down. Jamal Williams did the same exact thing for the Lions. He came in, he dominated, he looked very good. This defense for the Minnesota Vikings looked like Swiss cheese again. That's kind of like, this is very holy, and I don't mean like praying holy. I think holy like as in Jamal Williams doing what he did. So he is my player of the game, and although they did lose, he still gets the player of the game for me because of how productive and how efficient he was for the Detroit Lions. But yes, the Vikings defeat the Lions in this one. No Justin Jefferson really in this game. I didn't hear Amon-Ra St. Brown's name a whole lot in this game either. But not to say that he had a bad game.
He played well. He had like 6 catches, and he played fine. We come to expect him to get a big yardage. He also had a play called back that was I believe it was close to a touchdown. That it was called back due to a penalty. So that's tough.
This is the last hard-hitting question that we have to ask for this recap here. If the Vikings make it to the NFC Championship, will Aaron rent an ice fishing hut on a lake in northern Minnesota? Can we make this happen?
I'll jump in the lake ass butthole naked.
Butthole naked. There you have it.
If the Vikings make the NFC Championship game.
There's your headline from this recap. Please put that in the recap. Aaron will jump into a lake. Ass butthole naked. Ass butthole naked into a lake. What a guy.